Catherine West.
Thank you very much, Mr. Springer. It's a pleasure to serve under your chairmanship this afternoon. And also to congratulate the member for Strangford, who, as ever, has secured this debate and has continued to champion his interest in religious freedoms across the world. He and the member for Congleton and the member for Coventry North West and others in this House are very assiduous members of the all-party group on freedom of religion or belief, and they stand up also for people with no faith, and that is a very positive point of their group. Mr. Stringer, as we know, India is a proudly diverse and multi-faith democracy with a secular constitution which places freedom of religion or belief at its heart. This is welcome statutory backing for equality and protection of minority rights. India's diverse communities and its proud record of religious freedom with rights for religious minorities, which are unthinkable in many other countries of Asia. And it's also noteworthy that in India there is political representation for minorities in Parliament and in the Cabinet. Now, there is still some disproportionality there relative to other countries in the region. However, the attempt to diversify and provide role models from different communities in leadership positions should be recognised and placed on record. However, the debate has heard the concerns today which members of the UK Parliament have relating to increasing numbers of incidences of attacks on minority groups. These concerns are multifaceted and broad-ranging, and as has been highlighted by members in this debate, there is a raft of anti-conversion laws which have targeted Christians in some of the states of India. While the United States Commission on International Religious Freedom has reported that there have been very few arrests under these laws, it cannot be right that people are facing sentencing of up to 4 years for violating these anti-conversion laws. And I would urge the Minister to address that question in her concluding remarks. There are also numerous concerns relating to the treatment of Muslims in India, and it is this which I want to press the Minister on. Research by the House of Commons Library has indicated that some 4,000 people have been arrested in Uttar Pradesh alone under its contentious anti-cow slaughter legislation, and NGOs have criticised the police for their inadequacy in responding to complaints of violence against Muslims in this dispute. And I hope that the Minister will mention that in her concluding remarks. Arguably, what is more worrying, and a point made so well by the member for Coventry North West, is the general direction of travel which is being witnessed in pockets of Indian society, with the Citizenship Amendment Act being seen by many to be anti-Muslim. Human Rights Watch, among others, have highlighted mobs who have been reported to have assaulted Muslim men with impunity. And this does deserve to be looked at very closely and deserves to be part of the ongoing dialogue, which I know the FCDO is having at the moment with India, with its trade dialogue. It's right that these are highlighted and addressed by the Indian government. I know that many in India have added their own voices to the condemnations arising across the world at this trend. Islamophobia, anti-Sikh hate, anti-Christian actions, and general persecution against minorities is not something which most Indians believe in, and indeed the majority would be repulsed by the associations of their proud country with these actions. The member for Harrow East and the member for Congleton are both correct in expressing caution given the traumatic past relationship between India and the UK, with many painful memories associated with the colonisation period in India, and criticisms from this chamber can be difficult to hear. I also hear his exhortation to visit India, and under the forthcoming Commonwealth Parliamentary Association visit to Delhi in April, MPs will seek to develop a deeper understanding of the complexity and diversity of India on the part of UK members of Parliament. Of course.
Terence Villiers.
In the light of that mutual understanding, does she regret that during the Batley by-election, Labour circulated a leaflet showing our Prime Minister and Mr Modi together with the title, "Don't risk a Tory MP who's not on your side"? That was very divisive, and it upset many in the Hindu community.
Catherine West.
I thank the member for her reminder of what was a mistake, and I understand that at the time the member for Wigan did clarify that this was in the heat of a by-election moment, and I know she's a fierce campaigner and understands those sentiments, that this was not the right thing to be putting out and does not contribute to community cohesion. Until then, I would urge the Minister to outline what steps the British government is taking to support freedom of religion and belief in India, and indeed whether this has been raised in discussions with the Indian government. India is and always will be a country which is held in the highest regard by members in this House and in this country, not least with the large diaspora of British Indians who live in all of our constituencies. I think of the community hub in my own constituency, providing such crucial community-based services locally, but who are great champions of human rights and have written to me regarding their concerns about the nature of today's debate. We must redouble our efforts to understand more fully the complexity of today's India and continue to develop our shared understanding of promoting human rights as enshrined in the Constitution of India without fear or favour, and to cherish religious freedom of expression. Thank you, Mr. Stringer.